next generation of oak trees. Researchers believe weather plays a key role. Warm, dry springs make pollination more successful, setting up for a heavy autumn crop. And remarkably, these mast years are often synchronized. Trees across the entire region somehow coordinate, though scientists are still trying to figure out exactly how. So the roots from all these trees are talking to each other right where we're standing. And they're saying, dump those acorns.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Nature is awesome. I love it.
So, at the end of the day, be a good son and help your mom out. And remember, it's not just a big year for squirrels, it's nature's long game, ensuring the forests of the future. Derek Kevra, Fox 2 News.
The Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, big news. Detroit's top cop says crime stats are way down.
And we're talking homicide, shootings, and carjackings. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack joining us now to unpack what they did to really make this work. And Jess, what's bringing down those numbers?
Yeah, so Taryn and Rue, big picture, this is all good news. Over the last few years, crime here in Detroit has been trending down, and they really got specific about what led to these successes, and it was a huge testament to their partnership with not only other local agencies, state, but really the feds.
Not waving the flag of success. There's much work to do.
Detroit's top cop unleashing those new crime numbers Monday. Chief Todd Bettison says homicides down 15% and non-fatal shootings down 22% compared to this time last year. A big emphasis on the feds' help and going after illegal guns.
We are the gun police.
The head of the ATF in Michigan says last year and this, they have reviewed every single gun case in Detroit.
We are holding shooters accountable, firearms traffickers accountable.
And that means seeking federal charges more often.
This year, the U.S. Attorney, for the first time in my lifetime, embedded federal prosecutors in 7 of our precincts to work the gun cases.
Officials said Monday a small amount of the population commits most crime. A joint operation in August to dismantle specific gang activity on the east side using ballistic evidence seemed to show in the numbers.
And in the month of September, a month that usually is one of the most violent in the city, usually sees 20 to 25 homicides, we had 8.
So looking a little deeper at those numbers, Detroit police saying today that the homicide number in 2024 is as low, it hasn't been that low since 1965. Now, typically when you measure those kind of numbers, you measure per 100,000 residents. So you have to keep in context the population. Back in 1965, that was 15 murders per 100,000 people. Kicking to 2024, that number is 31.7 murders per 100,000 people. So just a little bit of context. But again, overall, good news out of the DPD today. Reporting on Detroit's west side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Well, with those federal charges, Jessica, does that mean that there's, the punishment is stiffer for these people and maybe they're not getting out as early as maybe some of these other people committed the crimes? Because we know that's been an issue as well. And perhaps by keeping them behind bars, they're not able to recommit.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Tara. There is definitely stiffer penalties with federal charges, and that kind of information, that's just not shared on with people that watch the news. Among the community, among those groups that do commit crime, they realize they're not just messing with local charges, they're talking about the feds, and that is definitely a heightened sense of punishment.
Yeah, that's probably, exactly the only thing that's really going to deter people from going out and committing these crimes again. Thank you so much, Jess, for that. Well, 2 teens are arrested in Dearborn, and police expect more after video surfaces of the suspects going through cars.
And police say that doesn't even scratch the surface. Fox News' Dave Spencer spoke with the chief about what's happening and joins us live from Dearborn. And for teenagers, these are brazen kids.
Brazen crimes, and they're looking for more than those 2 teens. At least 6 reports were taken just here in Dearborn over the weekend, which resulted in the arrest of a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old. And as you mentioned, they're still looking for roughly 3 more. But it's what's happening in addition to the car break-ins that has police really concerned, namely linking them to a shooting that happened in Redford. Now, some of these crimes, at least the ones in Dearborn, have been caught on camera. You're seeing some of that doorbell camera now. You'll see a couple vehicles pull up people getting out, and they're walking up to parked cars, trying the door handles in those cars that are parked in the driveways or along city streets. If they're unlocked, they'll steal what they can and then get back in their getaway vehicle. If the keys, though, are inside, police say they'll just steal the car for a joyride and then leave it somewhere. The real scary part, according to police, is what happens when someone tries to stop them. The chief says he can connect the two teens who have been caught to a shooting that happened in Redford, in which the homeowner tried to encounter them and was shot. He says it speaks to a larger problem altogether. Why are 15-year-olds doing this?
Dave, if I had the answer to that, I wouldn't be your chief of police. I'd be doing something else. But I can tell you that in doing this for 27 years, the offenders are getting younger and the behavior is getting more violent, that's for sure.
Right, and typically if they are caught, because they are minors, the penalties are not as severe.
Yeah, the ramifications through the juvenile justice system are not as severe as you would expect in the adult system at all. And maybe rightfully so, but when you've got young kids that are committing violent acts, shooting people over property, there definitely needs to be consequences.
Now, in addition to making the 2 arrests, police say they are looking for 3 more. They also say they executed a warrant. They found a gun that had a sawed-off serial number. They also recovered the vehicles that you saw in the video, the getaway cars, and recovered 2 stolen vehicles. However, they think this crew could be up to more dangerous activities outside the area, including Dearborn Heights, Redford, and Detroit. They're asking anyone with information to give them a call. Reporting live in Dearborn, Dave Spencer on The Edge tonight.
Yeah, this is anything but child's play. These kids are putting a lot of people in danger by producing weapons and trying to attack people, stealing their cars. But these kids are also in danger if they are encountered by someone who says, hey, what the heck do you think you're doing? This could be a serious problem for them as well.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, they go to the wrong house and they knock on the wrong door, and this could be a much different scene, and that could end somebody's life at the age of 15 or 16 years old. So police really want to catch these guys before it escalates to that level. They're asking anyone with information again to give them a call.
Including parents out there, keep close tabs on your kids. Good advice there. Dave Spencer for us live. Thank you.
One teen is dead, another fighting for his life. The 2 gunned down in a drive-by shooting on Detroit's west side. The shots rang out this morning on Littlefield in West Chicago. Police tell us the 2 were walking back from a nearby store when a blue SUV pulled up on them. And that's when someone opened fire, spraying the teens with bullets. A 14-year-old was killed and a 17-year-old remains in critical condition.
So whatever charges I can bring, I will bring, but this was premeditated murder, and when I do get the individuals, my intention is that they spend the rest of their damn life in prison.
Since there were 2 types of shell casings on the scene, police believe there was multiple shooters.
Well, take a look at this. Things got a little dark this evening on the west side of the state. A shelf cloud made its way to South Haven, bringing plenty of rain over there. It's very beautiful, though. Nice shot, weather shot. Yeah,
there for
those
sure.
showers, though, Taryn, making their way to our side of the state.
Well, I can see Rich over there in the corner of my eye. He's just going to bat him out of there. Just hit him.
He's just excited about the Tigers, or he's just having fun.
I'm so excited. Tomorrow, baseball, I am ready. Here, Z, take that back. All right, let me do my job. This cold front is crossing the central Great Lakes. Now, we've been saying for days we need some rain, and we are going to get some rain late tonight and tomorrow morning especially. Even a few rumbles of thunder not out of the question. Let's get to it. Here's your baseball forecast tomorrow at 4:08. Cloudy, cooler. Most of the rain that's going to be around tomorrow morning is going to be out of here by the time we get to first pitch, which is at 4:08. How about live pictures at the Mackinac Bridge? It is cooler there. They also have a few sprinkles there. 50 degrees right now at the bridge. Look at these daytime highs for us today. 85 here and in Lansing, even a bit warmer down around Toledo. 85 and 59, your official high and low. Here are the averages. That's where we should be. In fact, for Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be below average. You'll see that coming up in the forecast right now. Most of us still near 70 degrees. Temperatures will slide through the rest of tonight with a light south and southwesterly breeze. The colder air is up north. Sault Ste. Marie 49. There's Green Bay at 55. Watch this frontal boundary. There it is. And then it starts to pull away from the area. I'm going to stop the animation at 3 o'clock. So that's just before first pitch. And you can see most of the rain will be east and south of us. us, and then high pressure builds in, giving us great weather Wednesday right through the weekend. For the rest of tonight, showers will develop late tonight as we get down to 61, so it's very mild for the rest of the night. Tomorrow, cloudy, cooler, morning showers likely, but they will be tapering off by the middle part of the afternoon. 67 for an early high, and there it is, the 7-day forecast. Much cooler Wednesday and Thursday with plenty of sunshine. Look at that for the weekend. Back near 70 degrees, Roop. Another check at 4 a.m.
All right, thanks so much. Up next, a celebration for our Detroit Tigers. Fans are getting fired up ahead of the Tigers' first home game of the season. Postseason. We'll take you to tonight's drone show, getting so many people pumped up when we come back.